sometimes healing isn't a linear process, and sometimes it feels like you have been told a lesson and you understand that lesson, but actually learning and applying it is the thing that's quite difficult. And with knowledge doesn't always come wisdom. You sometimes have to learn that lesson and take time to kind of internalize that lesson. So, for example, myself recently, I have been in kind of a hermit period space because I have felt like my nervous system has been like completely frazzled out, burnt out. And this isn't in a physical sense. I think people can get burnt out from work, but it was kind of an emotional, a nervous system, a regulatory system, like burnout. And this is because I'm somebody who, my default, my entire life has been to give to others. I don't know how to do anything other than that. And I fell into a pattern where I was giving my energy away again, and I was giving my time and all of what I am to other people. And my nervous system was just overstimulated by all of this giving and not enough calm. And then I had a therapy session this week, and we talked about this sense of this desire to feel chosen and wanted by people, and the fact that because I give to other people, I want to be chosen and have that effort put into me. And we talked about where that's come from and things like that. But interestingly, my therapist kind of said to me, do you know what you really want and what you really like and what makes you tick? Because you give so much to other people, but it sounds to me like when I'm asking you things about yourself, you don't invest that level of care in yourself. And you need to do that. You need to date yourself. You need to find out what your passions are, what your identity is aside from pleasing others. Because in the future, if you want a really meaningful connection with somebody, you asking them to choose you asking them to heal that part of you as a child that didn't feel chosen is a big ask. And it's actually not their responsibility, it's yours. So it made me realise that kind of a lot of things have been connected at the moment. The energy that I give to people, I have to bring back to myself. And so that's created a bit of a hermit energy for me, where I've kind of needed to go back to the centre of myself and understand what makes me calm, what makes me happy. And I'm now going to test out this whole dating myself thing to kind of see who am I to myself first and foremost, because I don't know who I am in some ways if I'm not giving to other people, because that energy has always been projected outwards and I've never given it to myself. And now, with the age that I'm at and the stage that I'm at in my life, I want to be able to heal those parts of me so that I can give myself the love I need at any point in my life. And I can help myself move forward. I think I've been so stuck in this loop of just kind of doing everything for everybody else from the minute I wake up, giving to work, giving to other people. And I never, ever carve out time to do things for myself. And even in my own head, I don't allow myself space to breathe. I have to keep moving. I have to keep ticking things off. I have to keep making projects. And I've realised recently that I've made my entire life into a project and a tick list. Even things at the weekend or what I'm doing, it's to be ticked off. And I want to take that pressure off that. Things like reading, I used to have lists and lists and lists. I just love to read. And I think at the moment, the energy I need is to not make everything into a challenge, a task, something to be completed, but to have a bit of spontaneity of, if I want to go out in nature, if I want to journal this minute, if I want to read, if I want to go to the gym, just doing it without this sense of structure around it, so that I can bring a little bit more spontaneity and kind of like fun back into my life. So I just thought I'd share kind of the reality of what it is when you're working on yourself. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on the whole project date myself and see how that goes.